Do you have space behind you? So you can...
Venerable Sir, can...
Yeah. I can see Venerable Sir in the Zoom now, everyone. Can you please unmute?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Minh Hoa, can you please unmute? Alex, can you please unmute? Bảo Lam, can you please unmute? Everyone, can you please unmute? Can you please put your hands together at your chest, please? Please put your hand at your chest, please. And say, hello, Venerable Sir.
Hello, Venerable Sir. Hello, Venerable Sir.
Nice. Nice to see everyone. I see that assistant teachers will take a lot of people to the breakout room. Assistant teachers, be ready. You will take Famte Tuhien. You will take two
Could you kindly
hien,
again?
and you will also take one more hien, and I cannot see him now.
Bante, can you please unmute?
So assistant teachers, be ready to take people into breakout room. You will take Famte Tuhien, and you will also take Hien Nguyen. Yes, they will need support. Anyone else? During the greeting time, quite a few people could not unmute, so assistant teachers need to take them into breakout room already at that time. All right. So, because then they will learn that they can do it without unmuting, and that's wrong. All right.
Sorry.
Until Famte Tuhien and Hien Nguyen.
Can I say something, please?
Yes, please.
My son and my daughter, we are in the same room. So if we turn on microphone, it will become echo. So one of the camera have to be off. So
And what about
for my son,
take them to a different room? Take one to the different room?
this is our Buddha room, so it's better for them.
But then we cannot do our class appropriately, you know. So because there are times when all of them have to turn on microphone, and it's very important. So they can one class, one can be out of the Buddha room, and the other class, the other one will be out of the Buddha room, so that is fair. But they should have turned on microphone when we ask them.
But one microphone can pick up both sounds.
That's fine, but there's only one person per camera, right?
But no, both camera can be on.
Both cameras can be on?
Yeah, but one of the microphone need to be off, so it won't be an echo.
What a special case.
Yeah, if you don't mind that hearing echo, I will turn on a microphone for both of them, but it's gonna echo and it's gonna annoy for everyone. So.
Yeah, I understand. It would be good if you can find out a way how to actually get one of them out of the Buddha room into a different room, maybe into the hall during the class. That would be great. If you can have like one more room so that there is no echo, they still can connect and it's all fine. That would be ideal.
If I turn on one camera, both of them can speak, but you can steal both of them. I will turn on both each cameras so you can see each students. But if I only turn on one camera, you will see both of them.
I understand. Practically, it's perfectly right. With children, it's a little difficult. As soon as one person has, for whatever reason, an exception, that means the other person would have microphone off and they would be talking to the microphone of another one. But here in this session, we will see one having microphone off. Then the other students will think, actually, it is okay to have microphone off. They will not understand it. Like for adults, it works. For children, it doesn't. So it's no problem for this class. But if you can find a way how each of the students can be in a different class, in a different room, that will help so much. Okay, yeah, for adults it's very difficult to understand the child's psyche, but it's not easy. It's not easy. As soon as it comes to rules, everybody must be the same. One has an exception, everything is gone. That's a good trick. You unmute yourself and put volume down. Amazing trick. Well, I will not know, so I will not know. And nobody will know. So definitely as the last option, it absolutely works. Okay, you can check the comments. Excellent idea, all right, but indeed as a last option, okay, because it's not really fair. The others have to have microphone on. This one has turns off microphone. They cannot know it. Nobody will know. No problem. Okay, so let's move on. Let's do something else. So I want to see, did we get some improvement with both of hands? Do we have our hands back? Nice, Hien got better. The other Hien, we had two Hien. Oh, Hien, you need to help your sister. Your sister has wrong name on her video. Okay, so Hien is going to a different room to see his sister and help her change her name. Everybody make sure that your name is correct, that it's your name. And if you're Vietnamese, you need to make sure that your name is written with all of these little commas and smileys and hooks, and all of these things must be there. All right, so let's move on to meditation. We can sit in a comfortable meditation posture. Everybody make sure that your legs, hands, and face are well visible in the camera. Nathan, this is not a meditation posture. Do you think you can sit in a meditation posture? Nathan, can you hear me? You have red trousers and white shirt. Nathan, your posture is not a meditation posture. Yes, nice. Now you can hear me. So please, Nathan, sit in a meditation posture. You need to adjust your legs a little. What will you do with your legs? So it's meditation posture. Nice. You see, you can do it. All right. I don't see Maplet completely in the video. Maplet, you will need to adjust your video, or assistant teachers will take you to the breakout room. Mimi. Are you leaning over the wall or not? Mimi.
Yes.
Yeah, you should not lean over the wall during meditation. Okay? If the wall is warm, you can lean over your wall during the class, but otherwise I suggest that you take a pillow, or some blanket, and you lean over you put it, behind your back, and then you lean over that. That's good. Otherwise you'll catch a cold and you'll have an excuse not to come to the next class. We don't like it. So you need to use some blanket or something. During meditation, however, you should not lean over anything at all. Okay? Mimi, be careful. Everybody else too. Do not lean over anything. Your back must be nicely free. Jasmine, you're not sitting in a meditation posture. This is not a meditation posture. No. Jasmine, need adjustment. Jasmine, la. You need adjustment. No, not yet. I'm waiting. Your posture is not ready yet. No, this is a resting posture, not at all. Okay, so I will help you, Jasmine. Your legs should not be. Yes, you got it. You got it. Perfect. Remember it, Jasmine. Remember that very well. Check how you keep. How are you keeping your legs, and see if you can remember. Mei Sui Wong. Oh, that's May. Oh, okay, good. You're fine. Anyone else? Oh, Chelsea, you're sitting in a really weird posture. I've never seen this kind of posture. Okay, this is better. Okay, the others seem to be fine. Seem to be good. Let me see the second page. Okay, so Justin 9, are you going to join our class? Oh, you're the two children. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's Justin 9. It's good if you can have separate camera and if you can be in a different room. For the time being, you know the trick with removing your volume, so you can do that. You can use it. So when I ask you all to unmute, you can unmute. And without echo, I think we're pretty good. Titi, can you hear me? Titi, your posture is strange. You're squeezing your foot between your thigh and calf. Do you see that? You're squeezing your foot. You should not squeeze it. It needs to be gently placed between your thigh and calf. Or like that. Yeah. Keep it like this. That's pretty good. Pham Thi Tu Hien, are you comfortable in this posture? Okay, good. All right. I think we are ready. So as you're sitting in a comfortable meditation posture, you're not leaning over anything, make sure that your back is erect. All right? So you make your back erect nicely. It needs to be as erect as if you were a statue. How do you imagine would a statue have a back? All right? The back must be nicely straight. You know how it must be straight? Exactly as if you were leaning over a wall. But you're not leaning over a wall. So that straight it must be. If you stand right at a wall and completely align your body according to a wall, then that's when it is straight. So now you need to sit like that without the help of the wall. Later, if you have some time, you can try it with the wall and see if you can make improvements. We will erect the back. We will close the eyes, and we can make the first determination, the first decision in our minds voicelessly. From now on, for 5 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 5 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. From now on, for 5 minutes, I will meditate on muscles and radiate loving kindness without any movement. And with that determination, we can gently, lovingly accept and allow the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head to be heavy. We continue to the forehead. There's a muscle. We allow it to be heavy. But if it wants to be light, it's okay. No problem. And we continue to the eyes. There are muscles around eyes. There are muscles on eyes. So we allow all of those muscles, quite a few, to be heavy. Your eyelids have muscles, your eyebrows have muscles, your eyeballs have muscles, quite a few muscles in there. We allow them to be heavy. And we continue in this manner to the nose, lips, chin, cheeks, ears, back of the head. We allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the head to be heavy, so heavy. But regardless how heavy they are, we don't change our posture and we keep it nicely like a statue without any movement, no scratching allowed, no turning head allowed, no moving of your fingers allowed, no, not at all. And we allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the head to be heavy. We continue to the neck, shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, palms, fingers, tips of fingers, all of the arms, muscles and flesh throughout the arms are heavy. We continue to the chest, abdomen, back. We allow all of the muscles and flesh throughout the upper part of the body to be heavy. So heavy. If somebody took out those muscles away from the upper part of your body, you would not be able to lift a single one. And we continue to the buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles, toes, tips of toes, muscles and flesh throughout the body are so heavy. And as we allow this heaviness, as we allow this body to be as it is, we achieve peace. We are not afraid, we are not worried about this body, because we let it be as it is. And as we let it be, as we achieve peace, we watch this peace, its freedom, no worry. And now we can share this peace with all other beings in our minds voicelessly. We can recite, we can wish. May all beings, including me, be in peace. May all beings, including me, be in peace. Now, because the time for this sitting is finished, let's make the last decision in our minds voicelessly. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. From now on, I will always be calm. And we can slowly, mindfully change the way of our sitting. Now when you have changed the way of your sitting, everybody needs to do that. Crixus, have you changed your way of sitting? I don't see it. Crixus, see if you can change, well, this is so weird. You do not sit on your feet, keep your feet by the side of yourself, Crixus. Crixus, I think you can hear me well, right? Can you keep your feet by the side of your body? See how everybody else is sitting. Crixus, I'm talking to you. Oh, you're ill. Crixus, you need to go wash yourself and ask your mom. Something's going on. Okay? Alright. So, if you are ill, do not try to talk to me. Just go and talk to your parents. Alright? Za'an, you're not sitting in the right posture. Za'an, now we are sitting in the resting posture. Za'an, yes, I'm talking to you. That's right. You need to sit in the right posture. Do you see how everybody else is sitting? See if you can sit that way. No, wrong. Assistant teachers, please take her to a breakout room and check all of those who are not sitting. You know, like Jackson also is not sitting in the right posture. And who else? Nguyen Tan Long Rise. I don't see your legs. Can you adjust your camera so that I can see you properly? Okay, that's much better. Very good, very good. You see, if I don't see you well, I may think you're not sitting in the right posture and you will go to the breakout room. Okay, I think Jackson is still not sitting in the right posture, so please, assistant teachers, take him to the breakout room. And Za'an also is still not sitting in the right posture. Baolam also. And who else? Some people, like Robert, everybody, you still need to be visible in your camera. Okay, still be there. We will be doing something more. So, Robert, I cannot see your legs and hands. So you need to adjust your camera. Maplet, your legs are not visible. Maplet, you still need to sit in the resting posture. Everybody is sitting in the resting posture. Min Kwa is not sitting in resting posture. Now he is. But next time I would like assistant teachers to take him right away, because I don't like to tell him every class. Alright, and I don't see John Ving, Nguyen's legs and hands, and Duc Tan also. You need to adjust your camera and sit in front of your camera so I see your legs, hands, and face. John Ving, Nguyen, and Duc Tan. So you need to adjust your camera and sit properly in your camera. Yes, I'm waiting until your legs and hands and face are visible in the camera. Your legs and hands need to be visible. Do you know how to do that? So assistant teachers, please help him. Dik Tang also need help. Jackson, still assistant teachers didn't take Jackson into the room. I wonder if I'm muted. So I'm waiting until the people are taken into the breakout room. Jiang Wu, Kan Fuong, I don't see your legs and hands. You need to have your legs and hands visible in the camera. And Tui An, also, I don't see your legs and hands. You need to have your legs and hands visible in your camera. Jiang Wu, Kan Fuong, we are sitting in the resting posture. Do you know resting posture? Jiang Wu, Kan Fuong, yes, that's right, that's the resting posture. Crixus, what can I do for you?
I think I know why I was bleeding.
Yes, you can tell me.
Because right here hurts. Like every time I bump into someone.
Excuse me, every time?
At school, I just bleed.
You said every time something happens, the bleeding starts, right? What is it that happens?
I bumped into someone's head.
You bumped into someone's head. I see.
Yeah.
Do you think you can avoid it next time?
What?
Do you think you can avoid bumping into someone's head next time?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you don't bump into people's heads. And So everybody needs to be sitting in the resting posture. Jang Vin Nguyen has visible sitting legs and hands, but you don't sit in your resting posture. So you need to sit in the resting posture. Jang Vin Nguyen. I'm waiting until you sit in the resting posture. Do you know what is the resting posture? Jang Vin Nguyen. Look at how other people are sitting and see if you can sit that way. Jang Vin Nguyen needs to go to the breakout room. Fan Nguyen Tan Fong is not sitting in the resting posture. Needs to go to the breakout room. No, that's not a resting posture. Okay, who else is not sitting in the resting posture? You see, it's not easy. Alright, so now as you're sitting in the resting posture, we'll be doing a special exercise. It's yet another statue exercise. So you will nicely erect your back as you're sitting in your resting posture, and will not be moving and saying anything for 1 minute. And you will be just watching whether you are peaceful or not, or whether there is anything like peace. What is peace? Is there anything like peace? Maybe you will experience something weird. Maybe that is peace. Who knows? So you allow your mind to do whatever it wants. So as you're sitting nicely in your resting posture, you can close your eyes, and we start our 1 minute. We will not be moving at all. No scratching, no turning, nothing is allowed. Absolutely like a statue. Starts now. Nice, well done. 1 minute. So whenever you finish your meditation practice, you need to sit in this resting posture and wait for 1 minute, observing your peace. Alright? So this is very important. Whenever you finish your meditation practice, you're sitting in your resting posture for 1 minute. You do not make any movements, not at all. You just enjoy that 1 minute. You can do whatever you want with your mind, but no movement in your body. All right. Nice. So let's ask you the big question. How many days in the last week did you meditate? Everybody come close to your camera. Now is the time to come as close as you can and answer as soon as you can. Okay, I'm still waiting. Quite a few need to answer. Answer as soon as you can. We're still waiting for some of you. 3, 2, 1. Stop it. All right. So you're pretty good. I think it's like the same thing as last week. Not much improvement, but I think some of you actually got a little worse. So be careful. Meditating every day is not for 1 week. It's for the rest of your life. The next remaining 100 years of your life, you need to meditate every day. Okay? Because it's the next 100 years of your life. Throughout those 100 years, that you want to be happy, healthy, successful, loved, and a good person. All right, and meditation is a special bonus. It's an extra support in all of those good intentions. So you need to meditate every day, not 1 to 2 days or 3 to 4 days a week. You need to meditate every day. 5 days a week is if you are, for example, extremely ill or you are on the airplane throughout the time. Well, then that is 5 days a week. If you're not on airplane for 7 days, for 2 days, if you're not extremely ill so that you cannot meditate, if you are not in a coma. Do you know what's coma? Anyone knows what's coma? If you know, can you not? You know what's coma? Anyone knows what's coma? Some people do, some people don't.
Falling
It's
asleep.
not important. Do not raise your hand for knowing coma, just nod your head. So so in those cases, 5 days a week is fine. All right. Otherwise, 7 days. You were not in coma, right, for 2-3 days this week, and you surely did not travel on airplane for 2-3 days continuously. So even on the airplane, you can meditate. You can meditate on a chair. You can meditate in the seat in the airplane. You do not have to sit in this special meditation posture to fulfill your daily meditation. Surprise! You can sit on the car or if you go by car or on a bus or train. Don't do that on your bicycle. But if you are on a bus or train or car, then you can sit nicely, close your eyes. You see, on a bicycle, that would not be a good idea. And you close your eyes and you concentrate. Don't do it on a motorbike. Here in Vietnam, everybody's going, or almost everybody's going by motorbike. Don't do it on a motorbike, even if you are not the one who drives. All right? Don't meditate on motorbike, but meditate on a car. If you are not the driver, meditate on the bus, meditate on the train, and meditate in the airplane. Perfectly fine. You just need to have the clock, somewhere on your lap to see what's the time and make sure that you don't meditate more than you decided, because you make your decision and you must fulfill your decision. That's for meditation, okay? In meditation, you need to fulfill decision. In other cases, probably nobody cares. Okay, so meditation is behind us, and now we can move on to the next step, reading homeworks. We will be reading homeworks. By the way, Tutam, were you successful taking attendance? Tutam,
Yes, Sunday, I tried it.
successful?
So,
Got it?
but I have some difficulty to find it out. Last time I tried to open it. This is okay, easily to open it. Now I can see it.
You cannot see it. It should be actually by the right side. You know what? In the bottom part of your screen, there should be a little picture with this text apps. Can you click on that little picture?
Yeah, I know. I see
Okay.
it.
Can you see it? Then by the right side, you will get a bar with some little pictures, and one of them will be...
Yeah, I see one thing. Yes, I see.
Got it?
Got it. Okay.
Nice. So take your attendance and tell me you need to see it in the browser. Download CSV. If you see that, tell me. So you need to click the green button and the blue button also.
Yes, I did it differently.
Nice, very well. So now let's move on to reading the homeworks. Today we will listen to Akari Nai, Alex, and Kai Nguyen. So please raise your hands. Akari, Alex, and Kai Nguyen. Kai Nguyen, are you here with us? Nice, very good. So Akari, do you have your homework at hand? You can unmute and read right away.
The Buddha taught that metta or loving kindness means being interested and friendly toward and generous with others.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. Well done. Well done. You can now remove your Zoom hand and we continue to Alex. Well done, Akari. Thank you very much. Now you can remove your Zoom hand, please.
Buddha continued to radiate the purest love and compassion toward Nalagiri, and gradually the animals slowed.
Nice, very good. Well selected sentence. That is so powerful, isn't it? You know, by mind, you can change another person's action. That's could be also quite dangerous, right? If you use it for bad purposes. All right. Nice. Let's continue. I want to hear from Kai Nguyen. You need to keep your hand up, Kai Nguyen, until you finish reading your homework. Kai Nguyen, please raise your hand. Nice. And now please read for us your homework. Kai Nguyen, please read for us your homework. I cannot hear you. Are you saying something? Kai Nguyen, can you say something?
Yes.
Oh, you see, sound works. So can you please read your homework? I'm listening. Do you have your homework at hand, in your hands? The one that you wrote down on a notebook? Do you have your notebook with you? Yes? Kai Nguyen, I'm talking to you. Do you have your notebook? Do you have your notebook with you? Oh, you don't. Everybody make sure that you have your notebook with you during the class, because we are not waiting until we see it on the screen. As soon as I ask you, you just unmute and just read from your notebook. All right? Okay. Kai Nguyen, I'm listening to you. No, that's a book. That's not a notebook. You know what's a notebook? Kai Nguyen, do you know what's a notebook? That's the place where you write. That's the place where you write, the paper. Do you have the paper with your homework? Okay, that also needs to be brought. Now let's see what we will get. Let's see what he will bring. He'll bring a picture of the Buddha or something. Tutam, did you actually inform the students that you selected that they will be reading their homework?
I just like
You didn't tell them.
yeah. Yes,
Next time you can tell.
I will.
You can tell them, please,
inform them.
parents,
Yes.
make sure that your child has their paper with their note ready
Yes,
to read immediately as Ashin Sarana asks. Okay.
Yes, okay.
Okay, Kai Nguyen, I'm waiting for you to read. Kai Nguyen, you can unmute yourself and we're listening to you. Yes, I'm listening. Can you please read it for us?
Nguyen, you have to read it.
Can you read
Read your homework.
Kai Nguyen? Can you read it? Kai Nguyen, I think you don't know English. We will have to disqualify you from the class because you're not eligible. So we will choose another person to read their homework to Tam. Who's that?
Yes, Monday. Yes, Monday. Maybe I have to change the Facebook.
I want to hear Rere. Rere, can you please read your homework for us?
So I'm in Nemo right now, and in Nemo we can buy from Amazon. So I bought from Thailand and from Kindle from America. We can't do it. So the book from Taiwan is gonna arrive at May 10th.
Uh-huh. So you could not get the Kindle version yet?
Yeah, I can't.
What does it say, or what's the problem? You cannot see it in Amazon? You could not find the link in Amazon?
I can find it from Amazon, but I can't buy it in Kindle.
Where do you get stuck? At which step?
When I bought it, it's just a sample, and it didn't got the whole cover of the book.
Uh-huh. So
Thiên Minh, can you please? Devante, can we call Thiên Minh?
okay.
Thiên Minh, can you read your homework, please? Can you raise your hand?
Yes. Tien Minh doesn't have his homework ready. Amazing. We have so much time today. I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you as we will finish 1 hour later, that you enjoyed so much this class. Oh, we love when our class takes 2 hours. Isn't that so much fun? Okay, Tien Minh, I'm listening.
Yeah. Yes, Thiên Minh, can you please read your homework?
The Buddha and an elephant. It is said that the Buddha had two cousins, Devadatta and Ananda. Devadatta was very jealous of the Buddha, whereas Ananda was very loyal and trusting. Devadatta was angry because he wants to be admired and loved as was the Buddha.
That's right. That's right. And do you, Tien Minh, actually understand why was Devadatta not loved like the Buddha?
I just say because I didn't know about this. Devadatta wants to be a grateful king and be a people that many people think about him.
The point is that Devadatta was not a Buddha, and therefore he cannot be loved and supported as the Buddha. Okay? To become a Buddha, you need to practice for billions and billions of lives. Huge amount of lives. Alright? Again and again and again. You get born, you get old, you get ill, you die, and in that life you practice your generosity, your virtue, your renunciation, your wisdom, your energy, your patience, your truthfulness, your determination, your loving kindness, and your equanimity. These are 10 things that you practice life after life after life after life, so that you can become a Buddha. Buddha, when he becomes the Buddha, he has this all done. Finished his billions and billions of lives. Done. His training is perfected. His wisdom is unimaginable. And not only that, for himself, his wisdom is unimaginable and perfect and wonderful. But the other people can also see it and understand it. Of course, there are exceptions like Devadatta who did not understand it. Later he did, but it took him some time. And when he understood it, it was too late. It was when he was already falling to hell. So the Buddha was so special that there is no way how someone who is not the Buddha could ever be as loved and respected as the Buddha. So Devadatta wanted to have love and respect that he was not worthy of. And that is the point. Alright? Now regarding Venerable Ananda was clearly aware that the Buddha's wisdom and Buddha's abilities are incredible, unimaginable, innumerable, immense. So Venerable Ananda was humble towards the Buddha because he was clear about the Buddha. Well, you cannot really be clear about the Buddha's greatness. Think about this. Do you know how big is India? I will show you how big is India. Let's do some geography and anatomy today. I want to show you some things today. Let's see if we can do it. Those who want to go to sleep, you can. Those who are interested in something interesting, you can stay. So now let's look at India. So India is a big country. All right. Now look at most of you are in Vietnam. Now look at how big is Vietnam. It is huge. It is
Huge.
Look at this, how huge is Vietnam. So let's go to the southernmost tip of Vietnam, okay? So when we come here, we are starting to see the villages. When we come closer, we can start to see the roads. You can see some roads, and there you see houses. You see there is a house. Let me see what's in the outermost corner of Vietnam. They will be here probably. I mean southernmost. Let's go to the southernmost corner. Right, in the map, the southernmost is here, one house. Do you see that house? South China Sea. Okay, so you have there one house. This is another house, yet another house, yet another house. Look at that, how these houses are tiny, tiny, tiny in Vietnam. Look at how Vietnam is huge. These would be already hundreds and hundreds of houses. And we are going further. This would be thousands and thousands of houses. But we're at the tip of Vietnam. Look at that. Vietnam is huge. It's so big. Look at this. All of this, all of this, all of this, all of this, and we didn't finish yet. There's some more of Vietnam. All of this, and all of this is Vietnam. It's so much. So much of space. So many people. All right. Now look at India. Now in comparison to India, Vietnam is a little small noodle.
I saw Myanmar.
If you look at India, it's so big. You could fit 100 Vietnams into one India. India is so huge. Now imagine that you will take the southernmost, well, this is a little difficult, but let's take the easternmost. It's a little complicated, but let's take the easternmost at the north. So the northernmost eastern corner, okay, that will be here. Now let's say that you take one person who has achieved full enlightenment. Devadatta did not achieve full enlightenment. Devadatta was not that successful in meditation. Now suppose that you are very, very successful in meditation and you achieve the full level of enlightenment. Some people work for it whole their life and they're not successful. So suppose that you take one such person and you ask them to sit here at the westernmost northern tip of the country of India. Now next to that person, you will ask another fully enlightened person to sit. And then next to that person, you will ask another person to sit. And then another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Can you imagine how many people would be sitting already here? Thank you, Hien, for checking my setting. And as you are seating these people, can you imagine how many people could that be? Just here, just in this one little area, you could have 1 million. In this case, in this little area, you could have 1 million.
Yes.
I did press the button. Okay, now it's done. So then there will be millions and millions, and think of India, how huge it is. Okay, huge place. Now you would have billions and billions and billions and billions of very high people sitting and filling all of India. Now can you count up their abilities all together? How much clever all together if you add up all of their intelligence? If you add up all of their intelligence, then that's a lot of intelligence. Many people together can do a lot of things, right? Now, one Buddha who is self-enlightened has more intelligence, has more power than these billions and billions and billions of fully enlightened people together. So, a self-enlightened, or we call him silent Buddha, is very, very powerful, very, very intelligent. Now, let's go back to our easternmost corner. Okay, where was that? It was here. Okay, somewhere here. It doesn't matter. So we will take the easternmost, it's actually westernmost northern corner. And we take this corner and we seat there one silent Buddha. Then we seat another silent Buddha next to him. And another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. We will fill all of the India. All of the India. The huge India. With the silent Buddhas. Can you imagine how much power they could have? How much intelligence could they have? You cannot imagine it. I cannot imagine it. One Samma Sambuddha, the Buddha that you are reading about in your book, has more intelligence, more power than these self-enlightened Buddhas sitting and totally filling all of the Indian place, all of the Indian country. That is unimaginable. Such an incredible intelligence and power. Now Devadatta, who was not even an arahant, even as one enlightened person, thought that he could get as much respect and as much love as the Buddha. That is the foolishest thing you can ever think of. Absolutely, absolutely incomparable. Think of it another way. Have you ever visited beach? If you go to see the sea or an ocean, there is a beach sometimes. On the beach there is sand, right? Some beaches have very nicely fine sand. Did you ever take it on your finger and see how small are the grains of the sand? They're very tiny. Now imagine that Devadatta has as much intelligence and power as one grain of that sand, while the Buddha has as much intelligence and power as all of the sand grains in all of the planet. And then Devadatta thinks he can get as much respect and as much love as the Buddha. It would not work even as a joke. So that's the explanation why Devadatta didn't get as much respect and as much love as the Buddha, and why Venerable Ananda is so much praised for being humble, because he at least tried to understand the greatness of the Buddha. Now there is one more thing that I want to show you before we get to your questions, and that is your muscles. I want to show you your muscles. So let me see if we can do that. So when you meditate on muscles, it's a very advantageous if you know how your muscles look like. All right. Some of you asked me, what's a muscle? It's a good question, because if you don't know what's a muscle, how will you meditate on that? So now let's look at your muscles. All right. I don't know what's going on in here. Seems good. Okay, looks fine. So these are bones. That's not muscles yet. Muscles are coming soon. So we'll dress up. Let me dress up. I don't know how to do this. A lot of buttons in here. So let's dress up. Nice. Nice, that's much better. Good. Got it. So now we will be looking at your muscles. So when I tell you you are going to accept the flat piece of flesh on your head, I'm talking about this one. Let's look at it separately. Look at this. This is your flat piece of flesh at the top of your head. Yours looks a little different because you're younger. Okay, so yours will be probably smaller, and some things might not look exactly as here because it is still developing. It is still under construction. All right, but it's more or less the same. Okay, relatively you can think, okay, that's it. So this is the flat piece of flesh that you work with, that you allow to be heavy when you meditate. Okay, then let's look at the other pieces of flesh. Now you see that actually the forehead muscle is part of your flat piece of flesh. You see that? It's actually one thing. But we consider them separately because they're different type, different kind of muscle. You see, you may ask me, why is this one white and why is this one red? There's a good reason for that. The white one is because it cannot stretch and and really relax. The red one can stretch and relax. All right. So we are not trying to relax the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head because there is nothing to relax on it. But in the forehead there is. So we talk about the forehead as a muscle, and we talk about the flat piece of flesh at the top of the head as flesh, not muscle. Okay, let's move on. So I told you there are many muscles in the eyes. Okay, I'll show you how that looks like. So here, we are getting one muscle. You see, it's a circular muscle. All right? It's a circle. Can you see that? It's one muscle that takes care of both your eyebrow and whatever is under the eye. Another circular muscle are the eyelids. It's one muscle. It's not two muscles. Okay? Now let's remove this muscle and see what's behind. So here we can see the eyeball, and here you can see that there are muscles stuck on the eyeball. Now what do these muscles do? Well, they do this looking to the left and right without moving your head. If you want to look to the left, and then you want to look to the right, then that's what happens. These muscles are at work. So this muscle and this muscle, they allow you to move the eye to the left and right. All right? And then you have another muscle here. Not sure if you can see it well. Yeah, here it is. Then look at it. That's your muscle on the eye. So that muscle allows you to move your eye up and down. Okay, you will need two. Here is another one. Okay, that's another one. You always need two muscles, one to flex and one to relax. All right, then we have nose. So here we have some nasal muscles. Not many, but indeed there are muscles at the nose. Then lips. Again, lips are one muscle. Okay, here you have one circular muscle that's around the lips, and you have another one which is the lips themselves. It is one circle. All right, let's see how it looks like. All right, so this is one circular muscle. All right. Then it is a little complicated. As you can see, there are different muscles radiating from the lips. That means they are, they are attached to the lips and they're going outside. All right, these muscles, they are somehow attached to the lips and they radiate outside. All right. So there's one important muscle for chewing. Here it is. It is called the masseter. If you want to know the scientific word. But somehow I have lost my software, so we'll see it later. So for the time being, that was, I think, more than enough. This is how you meditate on your muscles in the face. Okay? And maybe if you want, we can look at more muscles next time, but today we won't have time for that anyway. Why is Buddha in India and not Vietnam? That's because Vietnam is not suitable for a rising of the Buddha. India has a very special culture where if anyone goes to the village, they get meal from the people. You do not have that in Vietnam. Okay, in Vietnam, if somebody goes to a village, people are wondering, what does he want? In India, they know immediately. Aha, that's a good person, he's coming for meal. In India, if you do not have a job, there are people who don't like it. In India, if you do not have a job because you want to meditate, the people love it. Okay. In Vietnam, if you tell your parents you want to become a monk, they will say, no, you can't. If you tell your parents you want to become a nun, they will say, no, you can't. No talking. In India, if you say you want to become a monk or a nun, they're very happy. They want to support you. Of course, there are exceptions. It's not always in every family like that. But generally in India, becoming a monk is a good thing. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, the Buddha to be had some problems. His dad didn't want it. But after he became a monk, his dad was very happy. And his dad paid respect, worshipped his son. Now, can you imagine that if you became monks and nuns that your parents would be worshipping you, most of you should not imagine that. It will not happen. Alright? But in India, it's normal. In India, if you become a monk or nun, your parents will come and they will bow to you. You will have to be a good monk and nun, not an ordinary who breaks rules and who touches money and who tells lies and takes dinner. No, not at all. If you're a good monk or nun, then your parents pay respect to you. In India, in Myanmar, in Sri Lanka, it's a normal thing, not in Vietnam. Okay, so next question. Why does the Buddha say that this life is inherently suffering? But I have already answered that last time, right, Tutam?
Not yet, dear Bhante, because that time he not in the Zoom, so you say wait for him.
Okay. So okay, I see. So we have here a question. Why does the Buddha say that this life is inherently suffering, but I don't see it quite like that? When I am angry or greedy, I suffer, but when I am happy and my needs are satisfied, I find this life happy. Why? That's right, you find it happy. That's the point. Like, did you ever, you should never play gaming machines. You know, there are gaming machines in pubs. Not sure whether you have it in Vietnam, but in Czech Republic you do. Do you have gaming machines in Vietnam? Where you put their money and then you wait until you get some picture and then you put there's some other money? Yeah? Yeah. Gaming machine.
Yeah, I think there's the price of
You know it? I don't know whether the children know it. Who of you understand what's a gaming machine? Dear children, can you please raise your hand if you understand what's a gaming machine? Who knows what's a gaming machine? Raise your hand. I see Burmese and Vietnamese, both of them understand. But not everybody, right? It seems that it's not like a basic knowledge. In the Czech Republic, everybody knows it. Okay. Gaming machine is a machine where you put money and then sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. You never know. That's a gaming machine. Alright? You never know. Sometimes you win a lot. Sometimes you put their money and again and again and again and again and you get nothing. So that's a gaming machine. Alright? So you can probably imagine that there is something wrong with this gaming machine. The gaming machine sometimes makes you win and sometimes makes you lose. But more often it makes you lose. So in the end, everybody loses. And life is like that. In life, you put money, that means you put effort, you try to get a degree, you try to get a wife or a husband, you try to get a house, you try to get a car, you learn how to sing, how to paint, how to swim, how to whatever, so that you are happy. You think, I will do this, and then I will be happy. I will then be rich and successful and loved and healthy. And then you get old and die. Always. Always. There is no exception. Everybody gets old and die. What an amazing game, right? That's a game where you exactly know who will lose. You. All of us lose this game. And we have lost it always. We have tried it billions and billions of times, and every single time we have tried this game of life, we have always lost. So the Buddha comes and he says, what about to win? So the Buddha teaches us the way how to win. The Buddha won. And many of the Buddha students won. None of us here has won yet. We have yet to win. We have yet to become fully enlightened and get free from all rebirth. Until there is desire for sensual pleasures, for nice things to see, nice things to hear, nice things to smell, nice things to taste, nice things to touch, nice things to think, you're a loser. Until you want to enjoy this world, you're a loser. The only way to win is to follow the Buddha's teachings. It's a little complicated. I cannot say one thing or two things. No, it doesn't work. The Buddha's teachings is a little complicated. You will need to study and practice a lot. It's not like you need to be nice or you need to be generous or no. It's complicated. But if you follow the Buddha's teachings, gradually you find out and you win. All right, so those who have raised their hand because they know what's gaming machine, please remove your hand. Or you know what, organizers, please remove all the hands, and only those who have a question, please raise your hand again. Okay, anything else? So, Hien, was it clear what I just said? Yes, Hien, I'm listening to you because I was answering your question. So, I'm waiting.
Yes, Venerable Sir.
Now it's clear? Okay. So, Edward.
Venerable Sir, is it possible for there to be two Buddhas, or it's only possible for them to be one Buddha?
Can never be two Buddhas, only one. And after the one Buddha teaches the teachings, it is not possible to have any more Buddha again until that teaching disappears. So we will never be able to have a Buddha these times because the Buddha's teachings is fully available, fully accessible.
But then what if they did the things to become the Buddha, but they both did it? Then how would that work?
Somehow world is like that two Buddhas never appear at the same time. Somehow it happens that it is not possible that two Buddhas would be doing exactly that same effort as the other one. So you can never have two Buddhas at the same time.
So it's illegal.
It's not illegal, it's just such a nature, you know? It's like, if I take this paper, why will this paper not fly in the air? It doesn't. Will you say it's illegal? Probably not. It's just the way it is. Okay, Edward?
Okay, Venerable Sir.
Yes, Robert?
What happens after death to the Buddha?
That I can explain, but it will not be possible to understand without deep level of meditation practice on observing the body and mind. So for the time being, you can understand it as that the Buddha liberates himself from all body and mind, and no more body and mind will arise.
Thank you.
Okay. May? So, May, you need to be fast to unmute and to ask your question. Okay, instead you got frozen. So, May, I'm listening. Yes.
Only one Buddha?
Yes, always there's only one Buddha. Okay. Any more questions? All right, so let's continue to Pham Thi Tu Hien. I'm listening. Pham Thi Tu Hien. Come closer to the camera. I barely hear you.
I can.
Not enough. Come closer. Trying to. Yes, please. Phạm Thị Thu Hiền. I'm listening. Phạm Thị Thu Hiền. If you have anything you'd like to ask me, now is the time.
Thu Hiền, can you say something?
Yes, nhưng mà con không thể nào mà diễn tả nó được.
A little bit of Vietnamese in here.
She said that she can't describe it, Devante. She doesn't know how to describe it.
I see. So, if you cannot describe it, we cannot help you. You will have to find out a way how to describe it. You can draw it. You can draw it. If you don't know how to say it, you can draw it. Okay?
Okay.
Alex?
Hello, Venerable Sir.
Yes.
I have a question referring to like the Buddha himself.
Yes.
The Buddha, the first Buddha was Siddhartha, right?
No. There were many, many billions of Buddhas before the Siddhartha Buddha. As many as, even more than there are grains of sand in the river Ganges. Now, do you know, everybody, what's the river Ganges? Who knows what's the river Ganges? You can raise your Zoom hand. Ian, nobody else. Ian knows what's Ganges. Nobody else knows that. Okay, so I will show you everybody what's Ganges. Ganges is a river in India. All right. So let's look at Ganges. So now you have India. You have already seen it today. Now we will be looking at Ganges. All right. So we are going a little closer. Well, I admit that I never looked at. I have seen Ganges from photos, but not in a map. So I actually don't know either. Let's search it together. Here is the photo. Where are we? Okay, so here's something called Ganges. Okay, there's the river. All right. So here we have the river. It's not that clear, but let's see if we can see it. Oh. So Ganges. Ganges is the biggest river in India. It's extremely big. It's very long and very big. All right. So this is a very, very big river. And this huge river called Ganges has a lot of sand. A lot. And in our scriptures, in our teachings, we learn that there were more Buddhas than there are grains of sand in the river Ganges. So that means billions and billions and billions and billions of Buddhas in the past. Can you imagine how long past we have? If there are billions and billions of Buddhas, and in each world time there can be maximum 5. So you have one world time which is extremely, extremely long. And you can have there maximum 5 Buddhas. Sometimes you have there just 1. Sometimes 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 0. There are world times when you get 0 Buddhas. And in our scriptures we have mentioned that there were more Buddhas than the grains of sand in the river Ganges. That's billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and billions and even more. So many. And for each Buddha, it's like millions and millions of years distance in time if you have 5 Buddhas in the world period. Now we are lucky in this world period we have all 5 Buddhas, but that's very special. All right. So having there are so many Buddhas. Imagine how far is the past, how far you could go in your past lives. That's incredible. So our scriptures say that we have been here so long. We have been here so long that there is basically nobody who would not have been our mother or father or son or brother or son or sister or brother or son or daughter or brother or sister. All of you have been my moms in one life. All of you have been my beloved baby daughters and baby sons in my past lives, many times. All of you have been my fathers and brothers and sisters. And all of you have been each of you's brother and sister and father and mother and son and daughter. So we need to respect each other. Because in many past lives, you're my beloved mothers who are taking care of me most lovingly. And in many past lives, I was your mother who was taking care of you most lovingly. So we always have respect towards all living beings, not just humans, also the animals and the little insects. All of them were your most loving mothers in one or actually in many lives in the past. Okay, so I was answering actually Alex the point that his suggestion that this Buddha was the first. No, not at all. What was the complete question?
My question was, if the Buddha had a different name, why do we call him the Buddha?
That's right. We call him the Buddha because that's his descriptive quality that makes clear what's going on, so that nobody thinks, oh, that was some famous gentleman in the past.
Okay. Thank you.
Also, it's easy to call him Buddha because there is no other Buddha for this period. All right, Franklin.
When I was there, I have a question. What if a Buddha die? Will they have a next life?
I didn't hear you well. The connection was a little interrupted. Can you please repeat your question?
If a Buddha died, will it have a next life?
No, the Buddha doesn't have a next life. The Buddha goes to Nibbana. Clear?
Yeah.
You cannot meet the Buddha Gautama anymore. But if you fail to win the game, and if you continue losing as you have been losing for billions and billions of times in the past, then you may meet with the next Buddha, the Buddha Metteyya, who's coming after tens of millions of years. Okay?
Thank you.
Hien? Okay. So it seems like we have answered the questions, and now we will move on to reciting. We will be a little bit longer today because we're waiting for people to read their homeworks. And I would like to teach you how to pay respect to the Buddha and how to take the 3 refuges. Okay, So previously we were talking about Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. We will be repeating that, and we will also recite the 3 refuges. Alright, so we will finish today quite late, but again, that's for next time. Everybody of you must somehow, one way or another, must have ready your notebook right there in the video, and you must be ready that you will be reading your homework. Cannot play. No games with me. Fine. So now you're quite a lot of people, although much less than in the beginning. So you can, let's try it. We will see. So everybody unmute.
Mute.
Everybody needs to unmute. Jackson, Kai Nguyen, Van Han, and everybody needs to unmute right now. Come on.
Yes. Yeah.
Tuệ An needs to unmute. Bao Lam needs to unmute. Chan Vinh Nguyen needs to unmute. Leng Hong Wu must unmute. I'm waiting. Fan Nguyen Tam Phong, what are you doing? You need to unmute. Fan Nguyen Tam Phong, what are you doing? You need to unmute. No, we didn't finish. We did not finish. We did not finish. I disagree. I disagree. We did not finish. We did not finish. No, we did not finish. Not at all.
Sorry, Bante. I had to unmute all.
We did not. Yes, it's fine. We did not finish at all. We have something more to do. Unmute everybody, and we will be doing what we have to do. So please unmute everyone. Who did not unmute, that means Fan Hui and Tan Fong. Can please assistant teacher state? So Hien, you also need to unmute. Franklin as well. Nina as well, you need to unmute. And you need to keep your hands together at the chest. I'm waiting for Nina to unmute. Nina, come on.
Nina, unmute.
You need to keep your hands together at the chest. And now you will be repeating after me. Be very careful. Listen to me very well. So you're repeating after me. Namo tassa.
Namo tassa.
Bhagavato. Arahato. Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo tassa. Bhagavato. Arahato. Samma Sambuddhassa. So what does that mean? I already explained to you before. Now you can mute everybody. I was talking to the organizers. Now you can mute everybody. Good. And so what does that mean? It means I bow, I worship Him, the one who's exalted, who is out of suffering. Arahato, the one who has removed all of his mental defilements of greed, hatred, ignorance. Samma Sambuddhassa, the one who has rightly and fully awakened to the Four Noble Truths, who has fully understood the world. Okay? So that's what you've just said. And now we will be continuing to the 3 refuges. We need to do that today. And so, let me see. Okay. So you will be reciting today the 3 refuges. All right? The 3 refuges are very important. You are taking the 3 refuges as the source of your peace. When you realize that there is a problem in this world, that it is your lost game. And when you realize that you want to win, you will need to see the one who can help you. And there are three who can help you. The Buddha's teachings Dhamma, and the community of monks Sangha. Who are the three who can help you win this game? The Buddha's teachings Dhamma, the community of monks Sangha. Do you still remember who are the three who can help you to win this game? Buddha, the Buddha's teachings Dhamma, and the community of monks Sangha. Bennett, who are the three who can help you win this game?
The Buddha and the Buddha's teachings and the Buddha's community.
Nice, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Dig Tang, are you still in the class? Dig Tang, I'm talking. You need to unmute. Who are the three who can help you win this game? So everybody is enjoying waiting for the students and making the class longer. You can thank Dig Tang for his wonderful work on that. Guang Kai, please unmute yourself and tell me, who are the three who can help you win this game?
The Buddha's teaching, and the Buddha community.
No, not the Buddha's community. No. You can have only one Buddha. You cannot have a community of Buddhas. So,
I forgot what the last one is.
community of monks. Do you know what's a monk, Guang Kai?
I know. You are one of the monks.
I am one of monks, that's right. Very well. So it seems that some of you have understood, and now let's look at it. So these three are the source of your peace. The Buddha's teachings Dhamma, the community of monks Sangha, they support you in winning this game. They support you in getting liberated from birth, old age, illness, and death. And therefore you remind yourself, oh, my source is the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. My source is the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. So that during your day, during your night, during your thinking, during your speaking, during your acting, you follow their recommendations so that you increase the probability to win. All right? So let's look at it. How do you say it in the Pali language? So in Pali language, what we were reciting was Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. I'll make it a little bigger. And that is done for today. And now we are continuing to taking the three refuges. So you're saying Buddhang to the Buddha, Saranang for refuge, for the safety, for the source of peace, Gacchami, I go. So I go to the Buddha to achieve the safety, to achieve the peace in the Buddha. Dhammang saranang gacchami. I go to achieve peace, to achieve safety in Dhamma. Sanghang saranang gacchami. I go to achieve peace, safety in Sangha. All right. So now everybody unmute. Make sure you keep your hands together at the chest. Alex, yes. And now you can repeat after me. Buddhang Saranam Gacchami Dhammang Saranam Gacchami.
Gacchami.
Sanghang.
Sangham.
Saranang.
Saranam.
Gacchami.
Gacchami.
Very well. Great. So then you have for the second and third time, but we will do that next time that we meet. Now I will assign for you the homework. So please wait, I didn't assign for your homework yet. Coming soon.
On you.
Okay. So it's good. It's fine. It's fine. So yes, it's good. So your homework for last time, what was that? For the last time, you were preparing random act of kindness, right? And the Buddha and the elephant. Did you get beyond that? Silent leader, walking meditation. You didn't do that yet, right? So, have you all finished the Buddha and the elephant? Yes. And did you do silent leader, walking meditation? Not yet. Okay, good. So your homework will be silent leader, walking meditation, and little critters. Okay, little critters. You will be learning about how to respect all living beings. Okay, so all of these ants and flies and mosquitoes and little spiders and little lizards and what else? Little frogs and little centipedes and little millipedes and tiny little things that love to crawl over your body, like bugs and cockroaches and so on and on. You need to love them because they were your most beloved mom in one of your past lives as humans. They all were humans at one time, and you too. And they were your most beloved mom, and you were their most beloved child. So you need to be very respectful to them. All right, you do not kill them. You do not do anything bad to them. All right. You always try to find ways how to make yourself happy and themselves happy as well. Now, at this time of your childhood, it's very common that children kill these little things. And then in the future, when you become adults, you suffer so much. It is so common. Now, in your age, if you can be careful and avoid killing and harming these beings, you will have so peaceful time in the future. Well, unless you were harming them in your past life. But at least you do not add more troubles to you as the consequence of harming them today. So we never harm them. Well, you will read about it more in the book. And now, yes, ladybugs. But I don't think anyone minds having a ladybug on their head. So it was a pleasure to see everybody. And I hope to see you next week. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be successful in everything you do.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much, Something. Can everyone please unmute?
Cha đời.
Yes, can you please put your hand at your chest and say goodbye? Goodbye, Venerable Sir.
Goodbye, Venerable Sir.